We'll have a throw at the plate.
They steal home.
It is safe.
He's not stopping.
Stand-up triple.
What a
And he
throw.
got him.
Woo! All the way to the wall, and that's going to clear the bases. Oh, my goodness.
Great play on the outfield as he dives for it.
Rips it down the line. Fair ball, and he might run forever.
This is at the plate. No, he got him.
And that one is deep, and it is gone.
Hello and welcome to the Akron City Series Baseball Championship game as the boys are about ready to take the field here at Canal Park here in downtown Akron. I'll be your host, David Schick. Alongside me is my cameraman, Peter George. He'll be bringing you the moving pictures. And we will be watching a fantastic game against the Firestone Falcons and the Ellet Orangemen as they come in as a very familiar foe here in the City Series Championship. When you look at the past, really almost 20 years, it's been back and forth between these two schools, most of them usually meeting here in the championship game, as a lot of talent with these organizations within the City Series Conference, but they have great farm systems that bring a lot of talent up through the ranks, and we see it here at the high school level. The Ellet Orangemen bring in some fantastic pitching. They have played very well and have shut out the Falcons each time they play them. Haven't scored a run, the Falcons have, but in talking with their coach before the game, any night can be kind of an off night or something really special can happen, and that's why we play the games, and that's why we're bringing you this game here on APSIS. The Falcons will start at the top of the order here. It is going to be kind of an earlier night than projected. Most of the game was to be played under the lights, but weather conditions, as you can see from our camera angle here, you can see a dark sky kind of behind us. It looks about 2 hours earlier than it looks it is. This game starting at 4 o'clock p.m., but that dark sky with rain looming this evening, they moved it up trying to get it in. Certainly the turf here at Canal Park is pristine and in great condition. No issues there. One thing we will note, and we'll certainly mention it throughout the broadcast, is the size of the stadium itself. It certainly differs than what both of these teams play throughout the regular season. The main part being what is below us. The backstop is a good, 20 yards back from where most of them are. Most of them almost right behind the dirt circle where the catcher is located. This one is going to have a lot more space behind them for the professionals that play in this facility, and we see that play into almost every game here, that ball gets away from the catcher or there's anything around the ancillary sides. The fence is just much further back, and that can play an issue. Also, out in the outfield, as you know, these are high school students, and their athletic ability is probably not where it is here for the Rubber Ducks. So the hits out in the outfield, most of them can roll a lot farther. We may not have as much with the conditions being cool and dry, but certainly if we get any sprinkles and so forth throughout the game, we could see that ball rolling or not rolling as much in the outfield, as the outfield's area is much bigger and can be an issue when playing here in Canal Park. Both of these teams and coaches are familiar with that process, but it's hard to practice these things because none of them have a facility as wonderful as this is. And certainly we'll get it underway here as you can enjoy the moving pictures and another fantastic night here at Canal Park for the City Series Championship. Leading off for the Falcons is going to be number 5, Jack Core. And you can hear his team already cheering him on as we start with a strike. Jack playing left field on the other end, but hits off with a leadoff single as he gets to first easily. A little looper over third base gets him to first, and a leadoff single to get him on the board. Up next is going to be John Grass, the pitcher. He's going to be the junior, kind of stepping in as their senior pitcher tore his ACL and has battled through a little bit, but is not starting in tonight's game. That one way outside for ball 1. So they are pumped over on the Firestone side trying to get them going. Not a lot of crowd here with the early start. Certainly a lot of parents and grandparents as well as students here. Another ball outside. Oops, I had that incorrect. Grass playing center field. One off on my chart here. Strub, I'm sorry, is the one playing. He's going to be pitching today. Lining up, the runner goes, he looks to throw to get him out. It's off a little bit to the left from our angle here and goes past the shortstop, and he's going to be safe on the stolen base. So he gets to second, but still 0-2. I'm sorry, 3-1. Our pitch count here on grass. That one gives him ball 4. I think I hit the wrong one there. Sorry, Peter. Trying to get our outdoor one. I'm not hearing a lot of outdoor for the microphone out there in my feedback. So this is me. That would be 2, right? When I turn it up, I don't get anything. Oh, is it this one? No. We'll look into that as a fouled ball off to the right. Is it on, maybe? Maybe it's the funky one. You're not hearing it, though. Maybe it's just not in my headphone. Okay, well, we will look into that. In between innings, a little looper to the pitcher. He looks left, goes right, gets the out at first. So advances the runner, though, to third. So Core in scoring position, and now comes up Nate Strub. He's going to be a lefty as well. As you've seen, this lineup has a good amount of them. Pitches out, for a strike inside. I wanted to say outside already. That one not caught in. He waves him, but he stays by the guidance of Coach Sloan there at third. The player, James, is always going to send him through, thinking he can make it. Always the confidence there in his own teammates. That one right down the middle for another strike. There we go. Turn the lean off my seat up here. I would lean back and go, whoa, back there. That one dropped out of the glove, stays in front of him, though, for ball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. We got 1 out. Now 3-2. I think these are probably switched. How do I not have? Well, we'll move him around. That one, a line hit. Coming down, and it does in center field. That'll be a 2 RBI. As a team that hasn't been able to score on the Ellet Orangemen with a stand-up triple. James gets. So 3 hits in this inning and a run already as they go up 2-0. And Merrow having some issues already. Now it comes up to Howie Ryder, takes strike 1. That one outside, but he gets it in for the strike. So 2 strikes, only 1 out, 2 runs. A fantastic hit by Devin James. That one low, and our first strikeout and second out of the inning as Ryder goes down. Now Simon Hostler. I think I missed one of the lineup, Peter. That's what it was. I apologize. We had 2 on there. So the shortstop is up. It's always good to be up a little bit and then come up to bat. Anything here, a strike outside, called. Any base hit here can be an RBI, which would be fantastic for him. Oh, I remember what it was. This is a walk. That's what it was. 2 hits and a walk this inning. That one outside, setting us. Ooh, called out for a strike. Strike looking on that one, and that'll do it. 2-0 here at the top of the first going into the bottom. The champs will be decided by this game, and Ellet will get its first crack at the bat here at the bottom of the first. All right, bottom of the second. Still working on some technical issues. We'll work on in between the inning. We'll do it at the end of this inning as well. I don't know what the issue is. We'll figure it out, though. We hope to. So, all right. So, not the way, certainly, that we wanted to start or the Ellet Orange. I opened the window a little bit, Peter, so we'll get some noise in that way. If we get the other headphone one, we can put that up. Okay, never mind then. Well, I don't have any other answers now. So, it's okay. Top of the lineup here is going to be Trevor Ingram, who's going to hit it to the shortstop, and that'll be a quick out. And they start just the opposite way of the Falcons to get something on the board. They don't, as Trevor Ingram goes down. Trenton Fink now is up. Went into the 4-3 for the first out. Fink on the first team, a senior. A little looper over the pitcher. Oh, it goes off his shoe, and he gets a base hit. And there, we're going to give that error to Simon Hostler. But it gets him on the base. Starts with a strike on this one. Devin Hewig now is up. Again, another senior for Ellet, first teamer. We'll go over those here in the upcoming innings. In between the breaks, we'll go over first team, second team, honorable mention. He gets that one to go. Trying to get the double play, gets the force. So gets on with the fielder's choice. So no hits yet this inning. Just the errors got him on. Now coming up is going to be Cameron Allen in the heart of the lineup here at the 4 spot. That one a ball. Two outs already. That one looked outside, reached for it, trying to go up the gap, steps on the base, and that'll be our first inning. As they force him out and keep this lead 2-0 here going into the top of the second. Yeah, we'll turn that out. We're still working on our difficulties. We're getting there, guys. All right, top of the second here. As Firestone Cap comes back up, we got a ball and a strike to get you going. This is going to be Abe Korn. That went almost near his head. Reactive like a cat, gets out of the way. 2-1. Korn, the DH, trying to get a base hit here. This one's going to go right into the 4-3. And they'll get him out for out number 1. Oh, man. It's all right. I opened the window, but I didn't reset my stuff. Don't you worry, Peter. Ain't my first barbecue. Just got to find my 7 clipboards that I always bring. Oh, I think Joe's got one of them. So we'll just improvise here a little bit. All right, up now is going to be CJ Heller. There we go. We're all battered down. That one way inside, and it goes back to the fence. And that's one, if you had someone on base, that would be an instant way to get a base as well. That one off a little bit. 2-2. He digs in a little bit. Three, 2 now. So the count is full. Oh, gets a bat on it. That one into the gap. Looks like it's going to fall, but a great catch by the center fielder. And he nabs it. Takes away a base hit. Way out in the field, a fantastic grab. As he takes that base hit away from him. Well, I thought for sure as we were watching it from up here, that was going to be a base hit. But Josh Falconer, he was able to grab it and take it away. Bottom of the order, Nick Cribbett. Pitch comes in for a strike. That one outside for a ball. That one looked like a strike from up here, but it was a ball. 3-1 the count now. 2 outs. Certainly don't want to get anybody on base, but the pitching and the defense been fantastic this inning. That one way outside. Oh, we had the wrong. Oh, he called that a strike? Okay. A strike, a full count. I thought he was giving us the motion that he was sending him to base. He did not. This one gets some contact. High fly. He calls him off it in the glove. And we end this one with another 0. We keep it 2-0 here going to the bottom of the second. Hold on. Ha-ha! Welcome back. We fixed our technology issue, or we just got lucky, one of the two. I think it has to be on the fan setting, but I don't know if that fan setting of line 2 is good. So I went to line 4. And now we seem to have ambient sound. Ambient, not outdoor sound. Ambient sound. That one. Well, now you can hear the crowd's reaction and not just mine. All right, bottom of the second here. 2-0 still to score. The Ellet Orangemen, the pitching has been the strength, but the defense came out and they're sharpening back up. Let's see here if the Falcons are able to do the same. They got 2 balls here to start. This is going to be J.J. Brown up to bat. I'll adjust it a little bit. So I don't know. You let me know, Peter, where we're at. I'll move me up a little bit. Everybody wants to hear me, probably. Now we got 3-1. He's got to come from behind on this pitch count. Big sounding of a hit. It's going right to center, though, on a fly, and that'll be caught. So a good catch there by John Grass, and a fly out to center, being our first out here in the bottom of the second. Levi Lehman, the catcher, up now. At the end of this inning, we'll have one of our a coach's interview, so we'll stay on for that. I'll turn down the ambient sound that I just got going. Yeah, that one, it looked like it was trying to stay foul, or stay fair, but it went foul. So 1 out, 1 strike. That one is going to be a base hit for sure, right up the middle as he gets a single off of that one. So that's really the first hit that we've had for the Ellet Orangemen. That one in for a ball. This is Justin Williams, the designated hitter. And he's the designated hitter for their center fielder that had the great nab last inning, or the top of this inning, sorry. 1-1 the count. First baseman not coming off the bag too far. That one going to be foul over the net and into the suites. Unfortunately, we don't have any suite packages right now. Not yet. If you wanted to get a suite, I'm sure you could. Most of our high school fans on the lower level here. And really turning out to be a nice night for baseball. Cool but dry. That one in for strike 3 swinging. And our second out leaves 1 man on base. Now Chase Maring up, the pitcher. Chase Maring on the second team All-City as a junior. That one outside for a ball. That in for a strike, evens the count. So just looking as a little recap, you know, I mean, Firestone with 2 hits and an error. They got 2 runs in that first inning. Ellet with their first hit here in this inning. And we're 1 strike away from not getting a second one. So 2 strikes, 2 outs. I would say, from my experience of watching these 2 teams, especially Ellet does tend to hit better after they've seen the pitcher one time around. And he gets a strike looking. He waited for it. And that'll be the end of the inning. 1, 2, 3, and we're out of the inning, and it's 2-0 as we go to the top of the third. All right, so we'll talk here with Coach Sloan of the Firestone Falcons before the game about how they prepared, with a couple questions in between innings here.
Coach, tell me a little bit about your starting pitcher for today's game. What qualities does he bring to the mound here in this championship game?
Well, Chase Marion is a junior, but he's got some experience. He's pitched well for a number of springs and summers. He has a good fastball, good breaking ball, will change speeds, but he's also very experienced, and he had a tough year because he had a couple of real close decisions that went against him, but also a couple close decisions where he got nothing out of it, a win or a loss. So I think he's fired up. I think he's ready to go.
What is it about your program that gets you back into this championship bracket each year?
Oh, I think we do play in a league where there's not a lot of competition after Firestone and us, but it is always fun to play each other twice, come back down here and play on this great facility. And even with the threat of rain, it looks like we're going to be able to get it all in and try to do what we can. But it's always fun just to get energized, just to come down here.
Is there a player on your roster that's kind of been the highlight of your team and kind of been your leader this year?
Yeah, it's a tie between our catcher, Levi Lehman has just done a super job behind the plate, handling pitchers and also hitting. But we got to give a little tip of the hat to Cameron Allen, too. Cameron's been a real awesome pitcher. He's really got us going. And we probably are riding on our pitching tails, and hopefully we get some key hits at times, too.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, so a correction. I just want to let you know that was Coach Starver here for the Ellet Orangemen. Wanted to show them while obviously Marin was warming up here, so that way we had him as well. But talked about really both the catching, Chase Marin, as well as Cameron Allen, who we've seen not do anything quite yet, but it's still early in this game. So we're going to start the top of the third. We'll have Coach Sloan at the end in between this inning here as the Firestone pitch here warms up, so we'll hear a little bit about that. So Firestone comes up again, up 2-0, and the top of the order now is back up here in the third. So now they've had a little chance to look at Marin's stuff here, as they've seen throughout the season, but now here in this facility with a lead, which they have not had. Right now, 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Sorry, 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. As Court last time got a single off to the left side, as well as a stolen base to get to second, and was one of the first to bring in the run. But this one, 2-2, he's going to have this count to think about. That one outside will full this count up to 3-2. Marin only 1 walk. Not a lot of walks in this game in general. They've only had 1 so far. That one for a strike swinging, and that'll be our first out here in the third. Next up will be John Grass, number 1. Our center fielder that made the fantastic grab. Sorry, that was on the other side. I was thinking of the Ellet side. I had him confused with my lineup in the first inning with that walk in there. This one outside for a ball. We're getting a little wind. I'm going to pull it in a little bit, Peter, just to keep her out of the wind. There we go. That's a little better. It's our microphone. Got to be an AV specialist as well as a media connoisseur here as well. Every good person has a little background in it. 2-0 though. Need a little windscreen. That's what we needed. Yeah. Well, that went in the dirt. I love how Grass holds his hand up, even though he's got no one on base, and you definitely probably would have been able to run. But that's what the coaches are constantly working on, that they're ready for it. Shows bunt here, comes back out, and showed early enough to get the walk. So as I mentioned, we had very few walks. Here's our second. Gets on. All right, next up is Nate Strub. He gets part of this one. It's going to be a high fly. I don't think it's getting out of the infield. It doesn't. And it is caught for the second. Out. All right, so Grass is on, and Devin James, the last one that hit a stand-up triple in the first to bring in the runner. Looking for some magic here in the third. Runner goes, ball gets away. He'll get to second easily. So it'll go as a stolen base, even though the wild pitch could have got him probably to third, but a much closer way to get there. And it looks like he pulled his hamstring a little bit as Coach Starver comes out. While he's talking to him, want to congratulate Coach of the Year for 2022, John Starver here from the Ellet Orangemen, a first class act coach as well as mentor. I know all of his players enjoy playing for him and being around him. Also, during his interview, he did mention Cameron Allen, and Allen was our 2022 Player of the Year for the Ellet Orangemen. So out in left field, had a good year at the plate as well, and congratulations to both of them for their honors. Just looking at the sheet that they provided, 2020, no season due to COVID at all. It's 2 years removed from that, and nothing better than sitting watching this as we're up 2-0 now. James has 2 balls, 2 outs, and a man on second. Stays on there pretty well. This one popped up. It's going to be out. Can he find it, though? The clouds up there are not easy, and the one comes from behind and gets it. The shortstop comes all the way over for the fly, calls off the first baseman, and is able to make the fly out of play. And that'll be the end of the top of the third. As we go into the bottom of the third, we'll talk a little bit here with Coach Sloan now as they're getting ready to come back out here to warm back up. Let me bring up his interview, Peter. I'll turn down our park sound. There we go. And here's Coach Sloan about their season and pitcher as well.
Coach, can you tell me a little bit about who's going to be your starting pitcher today and what he brings to the mound?
Nate Strub is our left-hander. He's a senior. He's a little bit different. Obviously, we've been throwing Howie against this team, and he's had success, but
hold on. We're losing our interview here. Let me start. I'm going to start it back over. I apologize.
To the mound.
Nate Strube is our left-hander. He's a senior. He's a little bit different. Obviously, we've been throwing Howie against this team, and he's had success, but he had an ACL injury. So we're going to go with Nate as another senior, and he's pitched well his last couple times that he's pitched. So we're hoping that's going to work out well for us.
What have you seen so far this season when you've played Ellet, and how does that factor into what you're going to try and do today in the championship game?
It's been their pitching has been tremendous. Obviously, we haven't scored yet against them. Our defense has been good, and our pitching's been decent. We just haven't been able to crack it. And in baseball, it only takes one off day or something like that. So that's why we're here. So anything can happen.
Tell me a little bit about how your season's gone and maybe a player that stands out to you as far as kind of your leader here for this season.
Well, the season hasn't gone quite as we wish. Coming into the season, we had two really good power pitchers. And as I said, the ACL has really kept Howie back. He's been our best pitcher still. But our youngsters just haven't really hit the way that we want them to hit yet. The growing pains with having sophomores as first-year varsity players, and then we had three other first-year varsity players also. So it's been a young team, and they've gotten better. It's just a matter of we have to execute and we have to get the bat on the ball today. Just that simple.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.
Yeah, so that was Coach Sloan talking about the season so far and where they're pitching and things have gone. Up now is Dwayne Brown, who's currently with 2 balls, 2 strikes here to lead off the bottom of the third. That one inside, and he turned nice on it. Turned a little too much and sent it into the picnic table area off to the left side here of Canal Park. That one outside, and we'll get this one all filled up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Certainly you got to like the effort here at the bottom of the order. Using a lot of pitches, fouling some off. I've had managers that they always like that part, because if you can have that bottom of the order, even if they're not necessarily getting on base, but they're using a lot of the pitch count up when it gets to the top of the order, the arm still has thrown all those pitches at that bottom. As he gives a little dribbler here to the shortstop, who botched it. Didn't get it. That's a tough one there for Simon Hostler, who's got his second error. So he gets on with the error. So a tough day for him. He's had some good plays as well, but 2 people on base because of just the lack of focus of being able to get it over there. That one seemed pretty easy. The other one kind of went off his foot. He's on the base there for it, but safe. So with the stolen base, he moves to second, does Brown. Up now, Trevor Ingram, number 2, the shortstop, top of the order here for the Orangemen. That one for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Ingram. Last time up, Ingram went into 4-3 and got out as they were chomping at the bit to come back out here, down 2-0 at the bottom of the first. This one he gets a base hit. And they'll send Brown as he's there, and they've got on the board. Ingram with a single. Moves over to second on the throw. So gets on with the error, but the hit brings in the RBI. So now up is going to be Trenton Fink. He's got one in scoring position as well, being Ingram. Takes his first one as a ball. Went down for that one real low. We got a high fly ball. And he's there to make the play is Strub. So Strub grabs that one and gets our first out of the inning. Devin Hewig up, now getting back into that strength of the order here. Hewig got on base last time with a fielder's choice. Again, loves having people in scoring position. And you saw the last one, just a good base hit can bring that run in and get this tied up. Starts with a strike. That one swung hard and not able to catch up with it. 0-2 is our count here. 2-0 the score with the Firestone Falcons leading this one. We're in the bottom of the third. That one fouled off. Just so you know, Peter, a little program. I'll go over first team at the bottom of this inning as we go into the fourth. So you can just stick and stay here in APSIS. Letting you know some of the background stuff that goes on. Two-man show tonight. Dave Schick, your announcer. Peter George, my cameraman next to me, but he also gives a lot of insight. One and two, one out. Really has settled in here with the fourth batter. Taking his time. That one, not the settle that we were talking about. Not the settle we were talking about on that one, but you can see his cadence seems a little longer compared to the first three batters that he faced this inning. Takes a look at second. I think that last look brought him out a little bit to the right, made it a full count. It seemed like it was a little late, Peter. He looked, and I think it just changed that balance enough to make it going from on the outside, strike, to a ball. He comes out of the box to reset. This is the chess match that goes on. Hugh, a senior. That one inside, and he'll take the base. So his first walk. First walk yet. He's got 2 strikeouts and a walk. He's given up 1 run. And he's Done all 3 innings so far, and we're losing the concentration. And here you had the second baseman tell him to come out to talk to him a little bit. And I don't know if he's, like I said, I felt that having that person on second, he's just too over-concerned about it. Throwing pitches that can't be hit is his main concern. So that's a little talk that they had as a little players meeting. Up now is Cameron Allen, Player of the Year here in this Akron City Series. Crazy to think Cameron Allen, Player of the Year, and only a junior, so he'll be back next year. Can only imagine how his arsenal will get even better. That one outside for ball 1. I'm sorry, ball 2. Only have 1 out, 2 on here in the bottom of the 3rd. Runners stay, and he fouls it off. And you can see there Ingram took a little extra hop in case the catcher dropped it, because he would have enough speed and space behind him to get to 3rd. Both are staying pretty close here as Allen expecting to get a hit. That one fouled off the other way. That's into the box a little bit. Be careful, everybody. If you're watching a baseball game, can't be on your phone. You better be paying attention. Did you see? They had was on Sports Center. There was a couple that was watching a game, and the guy's watching the game. He moves out of the way of the foul ball, and his girlfriend sat there, and then she's like, she covers her hands, and ball lands, I don't know, about 5 feet from her, bounces up on her, and they were giving him a hard time. You got to stand in front, try to catch it, protect her. But it's so easy to check something else. 2-2. Cameron Allen zoned in on this one. Fouled the last couple back. Can't catch up to it and gets a strikeout. He's the second out and a little frustrated by it, but next up will be J.J. Brown, the third baseman. That one in for a ball. Now it gets a little tighter now as Brown's got 2 outs now. 2 on, 1 in scoring position. Certainly they want to come away with a base hit here. It goes right to him, and it'll be an out. They keep the lead, and we go into the top of the 4th. 2-1. 2-1 being your score, but a fantastic grab as a liner went right into Holstler. So Simon able to grab that one and get it for sure. And that gets out of the inning and lets the damage only be 1 hit. I'm sorry. Yeah, one hit and 1 run, and they keep the lead 2-1. So 2022 All-City Series team. We go with the first team, and we'll start with the 2 teams that are here. For the Ellet Orangemen, you're going to have Cameron Allen, Devin Hewig. I'm sorry, Cameron Allen, who is a junior, so he'll be back next year. Hewig and Trenton Fink and TJ Brown, also a junior, but the other ones were seniors. Dimitron Duvall from Buchtel is a sophomore, and he made that first team. Josiah McCann was a senior from Buchtel, and he made it as well. Congratulations to him. On the Falcon side, you have John Grass as a junior, Nathan Shrub, the senior, Devin James, the senior as well. And also for Kenmore Garfield, you have Lennon Prutney, Brandon Fisher, both seniors from Kenmore Garfield. Congratulations to them. Moving on to the second team, you have Antonio Evans, a senior from Buchtel. From Ellet, you have Trevor Ingram, the junior, Chase Maring, the junior, and Levi Lehman, the junior, as well as Lucas Morrow, the senior. For Firestone, you have Howie Ryder, the senior, CJ Heller, the sophomore, and Lucas Cody, the junior. For Kenmore Garfield, you have Cy Pruitt, a junior as well. Lastly, for honorable mention of all City Series team here in 2022, for Bookville, you have Nathan Edwards, a freshman, Richard Belton, a senior, and Dier Watkins, a junior. For Ellet, you have Trace Fortunato, the senior, Justin Williams, the sophomore, and Caden McLeod, the senior. For Firestone, you have Vince Lucas, the senior, Jack Core, the junior, Nick Cribbett, the sophomore, and for Kenmore Garfield, you have Lennox Roberts, and the junior, and Cameron Sanders, the freshman, from Kenmore Garfield as well. So congratulations to all of them. Of course, we want to put our congratulations out to Player of the Year, Cameron Allen, the junior from Ellet, who won Player of the Year, as this one goes over to third base. Comes across, leans over, but still has time to get on the bag to get our first out. As well as Coach of the Year, John Sarver for Ellet as well. That was Howie Ryder that went into the 5-3 for the first out. So as we mentioned, who had a great play to get the out, Simon Hostler is now up to bat again. Certainly was able to get that line drive coming at him to get out of the last inning and keep this lead 2-1. That one for a strike. Some Ellet, looks like Ellet students trying to sit a little close to the dugout area. That is usually where you see the mascot dancing or whatnot, or the promotions team. But for a public standpoint, just a place to put your feet up at most. 2-1 our count here with one out. Not able to catch up to that one at all. Great strike there to even it up 2-2. And just looking at these first, second, and third teams, certainly Ellet going to have a great team coming back next year as well, if everything holds true. 3-2 your count as it is full. So Marrow's going to have to, Maring. I have Maring. Gets them swinging and gets them to sit down. Second out here in the inning. As outside of the first inning, he had 3 in the second. He's got 2 already here in the fourth. Only got 4 people up in the third. That first inning is where it just was able to get a couple on base, as well as the error and a walk. Just a walk and a good hit. A couple good hits. As this one starts again with a ball. Abe Corn up for the Falcons, designated hitter. That one was good for a strike. That one gets away from him, but it will be a ball. Two-1 your count. Abe last time up hit into the 4-3 for the first out. Certainly, I'm sure, would like to touch the bag for a base hit. That one, it looks outside from up here, but he's calling them strikes. I think I'm just a little bit off center from I'm a little off center. But it looks outside from where he is. That one further outside. And definitely a ball. And fills up the count 3-2. kind of exaggerated what I was saying. That one inside, and he will touch the bag as a walk. Third walk here for Mering here in the game. They've got one on, 2 outs, and up comes C.J. Heller. What did he do last time? Let's see here. He got out. I don't have marked down how. Well, see, I can't start now, Peter. I'm just not. I need like we need like a little preseason game. Strike there. That one was straight down the middle, and he popped it. Falls him off, gets it. And J.J. Brown able to nab that one for the fly, and that'll do the end of our inning here as it remains 2-1 Firestone Falcon here at Canal Park. Bottom of the 4th here, still find themselves down 2-1. But they had able to chip something away there at the bottom of the 3rd, looking to keep that momentum going as Levi Lehman is up now. Able to get a single earlier, but starts this one with a ball. You know, I actually, these sheets, Peter, that help you keep stats, I actually brought these to an Indians game, and my father-in-law, we just sat, because there's just like a peacefulness of marking it down. And I mean, there you have so many other, you know, they'll tell you what they did last inning and what their batting average is. But it's, I don't know. He enjoyed it. That one right back to the pitcher, able to grab it. A nice little toss to first, and gets his first out. A 1-3, gets it. Great reflexes there by Strub. Pretty well hit. I think he would have liked to kind of hit it a little shorter where it bounces over the pitcher. That'll bring up Justin Williams, who struck out last time. This one he hits high out to right field. And able to nab it. I'm sorry, left field out to Ethan Liming. He gets it. A 1-2 so far this inning. That'll bring up Chase Meering, who struck out looking last time. Fouls that one off. That in for a strike. I have my eyeglasses all funky because I got the mask on. I don't want those to fog up. But I feel like this is what most commentators, I mean, they have their glasses or wherever they got to do to get, you know, because you're doing one thing. It's very different than sitting and watching the game at home. You're taking stats, you're looking stuff up, you want to talk about stuff. Good hit, and that'll be a single for sure as it dribbles out into center field. He gets on base, and that brings us up to Dwayne Brown again, who got on with the error. really used the pitch count his first time through, which was just last inning. I think he's gonna put the sweater on to stay warm. It's a little chilly out there, I heard one of the high schoolers say. About 60 degrees, cloud cover. The rain hasn't been there, so that's good. We did move it up an hour, trying to get ahead of it. Storms predicted for tonight, or forecasted. I guess forecasted, not predicted. Looks to steal this one way outside. He could go for third, and he will. Slid in for the first one, trying to get a second one, and he does. That one's overthrown. He's going to run. He's along the baseline. Nobody's there. And he gets it tied up. 2-2. Mental errors of throwing the ball to second and third created an opportunity. He gets one stolen base. And then an error, an E9 on the throw, and he gets in. Three errors in this game. 4 errors. Oh yeah. 1, 2. They're going to give him 2 that one. I don't know who else I would put that on, I guess. 1. Oh, that's what it is. They're going to give it the first error to the catcher for the first throw and an E9 of the one going to third base to give us 4. And that also brings us in. So we've got a hit and a run in this inning, and we are knotted up at 2. This one lined up to center field, comes up for it and is able to grab it as Brown can't get it, but they come away with a run off 2 errors and tie this thing up 2-2. Top of the 5th, score all tied up now after a crazy bottom of the 4th. As up now is Nick Cribbett, bottom of the order here for the Falcons. When you look back at the past decade of these two teams, the Ellet Orangemen winning the City Series championship 7 out of the last 10 years. But that other foe in the other 3 was Firestone. And as we talked about during the middle of the inning, it's hard to win against the Orangemen as well as trying to win giving up 4 errors. Very difficult task before you started, and you haven't helped yourself. This one goes off his chest, finds its way over in Copley. And we talked about how the larger facility always comes into play, and we saw it there in the bottom of the 4th. Ball got away, went farther probably than we expected, but bounced off the wall and back into play. Altered the direction of where the player was going to get it. And it's changed a run already. 2-2 your count. Cribbett flew out last time up and keeps this one alive, getting a full count. Cribbett, one of the honorable mentions. And strikeout looking as he was ready to take his base. Now up Jack Core. Something I did want to talk about is certainly with the congratulations go out to Cameron Allen of the Ellet Orangemen. Cameron Allen is only a junior. And in the past decade, we've only had one person that was able to win Player of the Year 2 years in a row. And that was Max Ersey of Firestone in 2018-2019. Usually it does tend to go to a senior, but Max was able to get it as a junior. He shared it with Griffin Malik of Ellet. But even though Allen didn't share it, potentially he could be one of those 2-time Player of the Year, which doesn't happen very often. He'll be back next year, and certainly will have his eyes on that again. 1-1, our count for Core. Gets a good hit of this one, but sends it back over to Main Street. Oh, well, it might have hit a couple things before I got there. I always feel like they should soundproof some of the structures because they get hit with balls a lot. Never sounds good to have like a clang sound on the ceiling somewhere. Struck him out again. And gets the second out. He's got 2 strikeouts. He's 1 for 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 strikeouts for Mehring. As well as 1 walk only. Starts that one with a strike as well. John Grass now up. Grass got the last and only, he has the only walk that Mehring's had so far. Got him for a strike looking and gets his 7th strikeout. And they keep it tied 2-2. We'll go into the bottom of the 5th. All right, bottom of the 5th. And so far, Ellet has been able to get a run in the last 2 innings. 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, tied things up. Certainly they hope that statistic continues and they take the lead here. But to start us off, is going to be Trevor Ingram at the top of the order. 4 errors, 2 in the last inning gave the tying run. A little too early. That one goes foul. Two in this one. Looks like it could stay foul down the line, but does not. Stay fair, I guess. I guess it did stay foul. Stay fair. Kept kind of projecting over to where it looks like we have someone in the bullpen warming up. Check on that one as well. Looks like it's going to be Lucas Cody, the right-hander, warming up a little bit over there. That one flying back towards us, Peter. Don't worry, there's a protective net. You're safe. So Strub Probably hoping to get him out of this inning. Tips that one off. Taking a lot of pitches to keep us at 2-0. That is hit well, but the gap is closing, and the center fielder makes another great play, John Grass, and gets him out. Trenton Fink up now, the first baseman. That one hit to the shortstop, to the second baseman, goes off his shoe. And they gave him another error. And we're starting to get some little drops on the window here. Has a man on now. That brings up Devin Hewig. Runner goes high. Not able to get the tag though. It is very difficult to get him out at this field, certainly. And I think we're going to talk this over, and that may be it here for Strub. We'll double check here. They did have one warming up. My guess is with one on scoring position, 2-2, is going to be the end of the night for him. Just going to double check my stuff here to... They stay with him. I was trying to get my stats. He's got 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. And 5 in a third inning. They leave him in with Fink on scoring position at second off his error. That was off. Oh. You got 3 errors just in the infield. Catcher and left fielder. I went in for a strike. 2-1 the count. That one seemed to be sailing to the right side for a strike, so he fouled it off. Evens it off at 2-2 the count. Stays 2-2. When I was down there, Peter, I was thinking of getting a hot dog, but I didn't think that'd be fair for you. To make this whole room smell like a hot dog. Hot dogs probably, I like getting ice cream at the ballpark too. It's usually nice out. Ice cream's a big favorite for me. Hot dog, yeah, if it's like today, you'd want the hot dog. If it goes up 20 degrees around 80, you want the ice cream. When the Indians went to the World Series, I went to one of the earlier series against Toronto, and I started the game off with an ice cream, and they won. So when I went for the World Series, I got in there, got my ice cream. So close. Game 7. I maintain, though, that without the rain delay, we would have had a World Series. That one tipped off. And this has got to be eating them, because you got a guy warmed up, and now you're stringing up who you left in. Like I said, my guess is he's trying to get, if he can get out of this inning, stay knotted up at 2, might see another pitcher in the next inning. That's a base hit. He's going to get it out and left and throw. He goes to the cutoff, and that's going to allow him to come in, and they take the lead 3-2. A base hit, RBI. Gets back in time. I was looking. I mean, Ellet has. They've left on 5 batters in the game so far. So they've been getting on. That one goes right back to him, and he'll go to first. Hesitates. He's thinking of going to second. Didn't really have the time. Gets the second out. Runner moves into scoring position at second base, does Hewig. That brings up J.J. Brown. Hasn't been on base yet today. Flew out in the second and lined out in the third. This one hit well, going to left field. Catches for another fly out. And that'll get the inning, but the damage done. They take the lead 3-2 as we go into the top of the 6th. Top of the 6th. Now they got some work to do. They find themselves down 3-2 to the Ellet Orangemen. Starts off swinging. This one going to center field. We got 3 amigos there, and one brings it in. Me and Simon. That was Levi. No, it wasn't. That was Haas. No, that was Ingram who made the catch. I marked on the wrong page. That was Nate Strub with the E6, first out. And now we have up Devin James. I didn't switch my things around. I was in that inning there. That went in for a strike. Ingram with the catch. Calls for time, and James is the one that really can be the lightning in the bottle here. The hit in the first inning, a stand-up triple He's going to be your difference maker. Flew out before. It's only his third time up. Reached for that one. And you can see the frustration that he has with it. Trying to do maybe a little too much with the frustration of being down now. They've had the lead for 5 innings before conceding it in the bottom of the 5th. But you look at it, they got a run in the 3rd and the 4th and the 5th to take the lead, and they haven't had a hit since that first inning. Only 2 hits, both of them in that first inning. The first one being from Jack Core, and then Devin James with the monster triple. And certainly Mehring has put it on. 8 strikeouts so far. This one 2-1. Little chipper one. That one's going all over the place. Grabs it, throws, gets him in time. Goes to the 4-3, gets the 3rd out, and out of the inning. They keep the lead 3-2, and we go into the bottom of the 6th. All right, so a missed out opportunity going through the heart of the lineup of the Falcons with no hits. And they turn out here to the bottom of the 6th, needing to, again, get out of this inning without any runs. Keep it a 1-run game, and they started off with a ball. Up to bat is going to be Levi Lehman. That one in for a strike. Lehman has a hit on the evening already tonight. And then had a little chopper to the back to the pitcher. And we've seen Shrub stay in here. Thought he would be out this inning as they had someone warming up, but he stays out. He's got 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. He's got 1. I think he only has 2 earned runs. So 3 earned runs. And he starts this one off with a walk. Justin Williams out. We're going to have a pinch runner. That's going to be Lucas Morrow, the senior. He'll go in for the pinch running. I think we're just waiting on the card for the umpire. He's back now. A little missed as we discussed coming down. We had some, looks like they're warming up a pitcher as well, and it went into the field of play. Looks like Cameron Allen, maybe? He checks it first. He's kind of off in the corner there a lot. Yeah, he's warming up as well. So I wonder if they'll bring a fresh arm out for the bottom of the 6th. Marin's been very good, though. Checks again, does Shrub. walks. Yeah, 2 walks. That one in. 2 balls. Justin Williams, designated hitter. He's going to check in again. That guy's only job is to come in and run. If he gets out, that's a terrible job. I don't know, like, I know he's coming out cold a little bit. He's going to try for this double play. Goes to second, gets the force, tries the first, not in time. Gets the force out though, so a fielder's choice gets him on. Chase Merring now up, another pinch runner. That brings on Lee Anthony Hopkins, the sophomore, as a pinch runner for Justin Williams. Chase Merring up, and we're taking our time writing on the card. Really not enough moisture to need the umbrella, but it's going to build up over time. So while you're out there, you're going to be a little damp, but you're not going to be really soaked. Got a ball. A lot of times I would play when I played sand volleyball in college, this is like perfect weather. This is what you want. A little bit of wet. A stick on the ball. Probably helps with the pitcher. That one off to the side a little bit. He's going to stay. So gets the stolen base. Marin's still there at 1-1. Now he's got a man in scoring position. 1 out. Lays down a little bunt to get him to third. And he gets him. Advances the runner. So 2 outs. Dwayne Brown comes up again. And he's got a chance, if he can get anything, get a hit here and go up 2 runs. He was able to score in the 3rd inning off the error. Swinging here, sends it up to the skyscrapers. Whoa, almost lost it. Able to grab it in, and that'll be the inning. They get out and keep it a 1-run game with an F5. With a fantastic job coming over to come get it is Nick Cribbett. And they get out of the inning just down 2-3. All right, top of the 7th. This is our last chance for the Falcons to get back in this one. They played very well in the bottom of the 6th to keep it a 1-run game. They are going to see a new pitcher, Cameron Allen. The right-hander comes in, throws very hard, and starts it with a ball. He's going to go against Simon Hostler. Chase Merring's going to end up getting through 6 innings with 8 Ks and 1 walk. And now he gets his first strike. And you can see why he's player of the year, as he's trying to close this one out. Not able to catch up with the heat there. Sloan wanting time to talk to his batter. I think he wants to talk to the umpire. I don't know what he asked him about. Not sure what the discussion was. Certainly had very good pitching to get to this point. And now trying to close it out. That one high for a ball. 2-2 the count on Hostler. Hostler struck out looking and swinging in the first and fourth. Trying to get some contact, but he lost the bat. And the crowd underneath me is giving him a hard time as he walks away with the strikeout and having to go chase the bat. We are getting a little bit of water out here. It's not surprising. But Allen getting some attention from the home team. Throws hard and in the dirt. Wanted to make sure it didn't fly by him. In for a strike there. He's going against Abe Korn, who's got a second strike. Abe had a walk there in the fourth. But this Falcons team, outside of the first inning, hasn't seen a hit. And he strikes out swinging. 2 for 2 up, 2 down, and strikeouts. And that brings up C.J. Heller. Now went in for a ball. And Sloan talked about before the game that his Falcons hadn't been able to score against the Ellet Orangemen. Able to get out to an early 2-0 lead and hold it till the fourth inning. Finally gave it up in the fifth. But since that first inning, have not got a hit since then. They have had some success with getting some walks. As you had 2 walks after that. And now they find themselves that 2-2 is the count. And you have to get on base. A tough part of having this 7th inning at the bottom part of the order. That one high, sets it up for a full count. Could be 1 pitch away from a City Series championship. Allen sets up this one outside. And he gets on base. The Falcons stay alive. Sloan wants another, looks like he wants a pinch hitter. Oh no, a pinch runner, sorry, pinch runner. So that's gonna bring in, I think that was Dwayne Brown. No, I'm the wrong team. Tony Miller, the freshman. Oh boy. Tony Miller, the freshman, is gonna come in as a pinch runner. Sorry, I looked at the Ellet roster when I was looking at the number. Up now is still Nick Cribbett. Nick flew out in the second, struck out looking in the fifth. Looking to continue the magic. Is it hard to win when you give up 5 errors? Absolutely. But they got there somehow in the beginning of this game. And looking again. This one outside. Got 2 outs. Won't be surprised if they send the runner as he fouls this one back. Try to get him in scoring position. Putting the pinch runner in. He doesn't seem to be taking a big lead off the bag though. Small lead for another strike, and we're running out of chances. Cribbett now, runner goes, and we foul it off. So he stays alive a little longer. And Cribbett rubbing some water, I think, off of his helmet. Just a little mist in the air. It's hard to even see in our camera or even looking out the window. I'm sure you can feel the little mist outside. Strikes him out looking, and that'll be it. The Ellet Orangemen become champions again. Want to congratulate the Ellet Orangemen who fought this way back to get into it. An outstanding pitching duel for a while there, and certainly want to congratulate our APSIS player of the game. And it has to go on the pitching side as Chase Marion, the junior, goes for 6 innings, 8 strikeouts, and only 1 walk, and had to do that being down most of those innings as well. So started off in the hole and had to pitch a fantastic game, but you also had Cameron Allen come in and get 3 strikeouts there in the 7th to get him the championship. And that certainly is why they're the champions. Pitching has been their MO all year, and it continues. But Firestone able to get on the board early and hold that lead for a while, but just not able to get anything else going after that. So congratulations to Firestone to being here, but also congratulations to the team that came out victors tonight as City Series champions, the Ellet Orangemen. Congratulations to them. Want to thank all of those that helped make this possible. Our cameraman, Peter George. I'm David Schick. We want to thank our producer, Ryan Rittenhouse. And, of course, all the collaborative efforts of school administrators, teachers, parents that empower these Akron students to achieve their highest level of success. This broadcast brought to you by APSIS, where we imagine, inspire, and inform. Thank you again, and good night.